Good evening.
Ready?
Run from it. Destiny.
Destiny arrives all the same.
It does. Come on with it.
Now it's here.
Mama said,
Should I say?
and she definitely said, that there will be days literally just like this. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. No pride audio, baby. Come on with it. And as this room fill up, be sure to hit the like, share this content, let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to the Cowboys Sports Talk and be on. Come on with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and one thing we all adore, something worth dying for. There's nothing but pain. We're stuck in this game, searching for fortune and come on with it. And 1. Hey. Oh. What's good with you? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you're here? And then I hit him with the, are you? And ladies and gentlemen, if you're offended, I got for you, baby. Got nothing but love for you, baby. Thank you. Come on with it. If you got love for the law, put LAW in the chat. Cause I ain't mad at you, baby. Let me see if I get this room straight. Mad at you.
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah. The golden rule. We was once two contents of the same kind. Quick to holler at the view with the same line. Oh, my bad, wrong so. What's good with you, Jay Fuller? Appreciate you. Shout out to you, DC for life, not for short. I see you in the chat. Herman, appreciate you. Appreciate you, Herman R. Shout out to you, C-Lows, Big Dow, Yodi. Come on with it. Where Yoshi at? You know, where Yoshi at? And shout out to Law Nation Sports, too. You know, he's in here. Chris May, thank you. All right, appreciate y'all, man. We can go now. We can go. We don't have to talk about George Pickens and things like that, you know. But, you know, if you go to my Instagram page, you'll see what I'm talking about with George Pickens. He's just going to be so nasty with it, man. He's a really good player here. And it states here, NFL rumors, right? NFL rumors. And as we scrambling and scraping over here for things to talk about daily, we going to make it happen. Ain't that right? We going to make it happen. We scrambling and scraping, trying to find stuff, not trying to talk about Tyler Perry, you know, not trying to talk about what's the other guy, Free Tory and all of this, and Megan Thee Stallion, did she get shot in the foot? Did she step on glass? We try not to talk about the R. Kelly lookalike. We trying to keep it sports, right? We are not talking about the people that's trying to get deported and all of this stuff, whether they should be here, should they not be here. You know, we trying to talk football, right? It's difficult to stay on task, baby. It is, you know. Yeah. I saw Chinese kittens being rumored as a trending topic. I've seen where they talk about Kelvin Joseph, boss man fat. They talking about that, but we're just talking about the Cowboys, right? And we understand the cost. But there are some other news about the cheerleaders getting a 400% increase of the Cowboys, and that's a good thing. That's a noble thing. But neither here nor there. NFL rumor, top AFC executive says that the Steelers will regret trading George Pickens to the Cowboys. They will regret, and if it's anything befitting, right? if we can just shoot it to the Steelers one more time, because some of you guys think that the Philadelphia Eagles, maybe the Giants, the Washingtons are our nemesis, but our real nemesis are them damn Steelers. I can't stand the Steelers. I got an uncle who lives and cry and bleeds Steelers and stuff, can tell you that Lance Swan and all of this is the greatest wide receiver of all time, Terry Bradshaw and all of this stuff. I can't stand the Steelers. And anytime it takes for us to beat the Steelers, I'm happy, right? Yeah. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Sadiq, no, you can't go. You did not speak to me yet, laughing out loud. Shout out to you, Sadiq, and I hope Mama Sadiq is okay too. But the regrets is something that I love to hear. And then when I look down, I'm seeing somebody reaching all the way from the sky and pull the ball and said, "Thank you, Allah," and come down with it. And that's what Pickens would bring to the table. And we got a super chat. No offense to yours, Sadiq, but hey, this is a super one too. JD from DC, the AI is paused and stuck because she can't even say anything right now, and I really appreciate that. But we got a super chat from my guy JD from DC. This is for the real news, not other news. Preach, Lord. Come on with it. Sure. Oh, now she want to come in there. Come on.
Take the money out!
JD from DC, $49.99. This is for real news, not other news. Preach law.
Yes, indeed. So I really appreciate your support. I thank all of y'all for your love and adulations for the nation. We can't get mad at this. We heard that the cheerleaders last season, that they was getting paid $12.15 an hour. And I was like, wow, why would they pay? To see the Cowboys are super cheap. But now it states here that the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders will receive life-changing money. 400% raise, you know what I'm saying? Pay raise. Netflix show reveal. So I don't know. Can y'all tell me what's 400% of $12.15? You know, let me know how much that is an hour, because they about to get that money now, you know. So now if y'all dating, I know maybe Cuddy, maybe Holly, I don't know, maybe Trayvon Hill. If y'all dating one of those girls now, you don't have to worry about spending all of that money for the Uber Eats and the foods and the Lyft and all of that other stuff that you pay for. So now they can help you out a little bit. Ain't that right? So shout out, kudos and credence to them for getting that raise. We know that they do not a good job at all. They do a great job. And speaking of that, let me see if I can pull this up right quick. Appreciate y'all so much, man, for your support here, man. It's just crazy good support. Thank you, everybody, man, for being part of these type of episodes. And then we're going to play a little quiz game and see if you are smarter than the cheerleaders here, right? And we're going to get things moving the best way possible. And bear with me, Cowboy Nation. Let me see if I can get to it first. Here we go. Let me pull it over here. Appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to you, Sam, man. Thank you for jumping in. And then 50 an hour. That's what they getting. Hey, they won. They winning. Speaking of them, here they go right here. Let's see if we can play some audio right here.
And it's the 2000s.
Let's do Tony Romo.
All right, so the field house, they do these Q&As, and they're going to do the Q&A with the cheerleaders right here, and we're going to see.
Number one in our hearts, Tony Romo. Next up, let's see, we got other team. Give me a player from the 1970s.
Give me a player from the 1970s. So one going to pick one side and the other going to pick the other side, and then we're going to get this show on. So they building a hierarchy of one side versus the other. So name a player from the 1970s.
Let's do Drew. We'll take Drew. Yeah.
Good pick.
Yeah, play it out.
Era, back to you guys, 2020s.
Ooh.
They're going to see this.
Ooh. Yeah. CeeDee Lamb.
Of course. Boomer Sooners. One. Love CeeDee Lamb. Back to 2000s.
Jason Witten.
I said, what's that white guy's name?
These girls know some sports, man.
Sorry.
White guy with good hands.
Yeah, we'll take Witten.
My favorite player. Here we go. 1990s.
Is Emmitt Smith in there?
Sure is.
Yeah, let's take him.
Yeah, Emmitt Smith. Good call.
Give me Micah
Micah
Parsons for the
Parsons.
defense. Yeah.
Good call. Now let's see what we got here. 2010s. Another recent.
Everybody.
Who do we need? Let's do DeMarcus.
That's a good call.
We've met him. Yeah.
I like this.
I like this.
All right. So far, the right side got Tony Romo as their quarterback, Emmitt Smith as their running back, C. Dangerous Lamb as their wide receiver, and DeMarcus Ware as their defense. The right side to me is whooping. You know what I'm saying? I like Drew Pearson. But Drew Pearson. Well, wait a minute. I misread. They got Drew Pearson and Dez, so that do balance that out. And they got Jason Witten as their tight end. I don't know. Wait a minute. Depending on the left side quarterback, who they going to get. So.
Des Bryant.
Yeah.
Back to the other team. I'm looking away. It could be any era. 2020s.
Ferguson.
Jake's the tight end.
Yeah, Jake
Let's
Ferguson.
do Jake Ferguson.
And then
So with that being said, they got Jake Ferguson on the right side. Let's see what he got from
coming
here.
down to the last two here, I believe. Let's go 1990s.
Yeah. Troy will take you.
Super Bowls?
Absolutely.
Now selling beer.
I did
Yeah.
see that.
Oh, really?
Big in the DFW era.
Troy Aikman.
1970s.
Golden Richards.
Golden Richards.
Golden Richards.
That ain't no Golden Richards, man. They using Chat
Running
GPT.
back from the 2000s.
Okay.
Marion. We'll take him. Yeah.
I think we got a stronger.
Okay, we reloaded. Who won, y'all? Who won? The left side or the right side? You know, who winning? Let me know. Who's winning. Who's winning on this one? You know, let me know who won, the left side or the right side. Come on with it. You know, Law would blow Dak Prescott if he could. This is got doggone River. You know. I get it. You know, I get it. You know, you said that. You know, Law would lay in the bed with Rain Dakota Prescott. You know, Law would do this and that. Dak Prescott is a happily married man, and he got, finna be a happily married man with 2 kids. Why will I do that? You know, and on top of that, why would you put that out there on your month of Pride? I know Pride Month for you is everything, but at the end of the day, Law is not part of that circle. You may be part of the Rainbow Committee, but Law not. You know what I'm saying? But that's something that you would love to do, and maybe I can hook that up for you with another guy because Dak Prescott is already taken, you know. Yes, indeed. Take the money out. Hold him under contempt. If he got another word to say, y'all, make sure that he got to pay his way in order to speak reckless. All right, let's go at it from here from the Ryan Leaf or whatever his name may be. All right, so with that being said, I think that the greatest quarterback I ever seen in the Cowboys uniform, to me, the field troop, the leader of this team and everything, my favorite quarterback of all time under the silver and blue with the star on the side of the helmet is Troy Aikman. So I love Troy Aikman. When I look at this list before we get into the main conversational piece, Marion the Barbarian is one of those things whereas I can only imagine what he would look like behind that 90s offensive line. Look, people fail to realize Marion the Barbarian, he was before beast mode. He was the original beast mode, right? You know, but Emmitt Smith is my all-time favorite running back, right? Now I'm looking at Drew Pearson's and Des Bryant. I think the left side is a whole lot better. I definitely think the left side is a whole lot better. Wait a minute. We got a super chat. Appreciate you, man.
Eric,
Thank you so much.
Old Head Young Bull. Stuart $9.99. I won't be sending money to you in the future because Sidika and some of your other children continue to block me right after I send money to you. The air messing your money up.
Well, you know, I appreciate you, man. You know, I thank you for all that you support the nation with. And I'm quite sure that the money that will be missing that they will replace it, because how dedications and love and adulation it goes. And when we playing the dominoes, Eric, old head young bull, as they say, when we playing them bones, baby, all money ain't what money, y'all. Let me put it down in the chat. All money ain't what, So, Eric, I appreciate you, because when people support the nation, it's supposed to be unconditioned, so those people that support the nation in love with the nation of what we do, it is going to go down the pathway of unconditional support, meaning that it's not tied to what I present, right? It's tied to the overall collective movement. So that's why I say, Eric, so that you won't be living in vain and operating in vain, is go where you're tolerated and not, you know what I'm saying? You just got to go where you're tolerated. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, no. I'm saying basically go where you're celebrated. I said that backwards. You got me mixed up today. Go where you're celebrated and not tolerated, right? So now what you're feeling is that you are being tolerated, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's all it is, bro. But if you still support me, you want to continue to see me grow and scale and do things, then you support me. It shouldn't be tied with conditions. But I get it, man. If you're frustrated and you in your feelings, I feel you. But I appreciate the $9.99. And on top of that, I did get a chance to talk to a few agencies that represent a few Eagle players. So when we have them on the board or what have you, then you can participate in that particular situation. So that's just for what it is. Thank you so much, though. Thank you so much. But let's get back to the topic in the nature at hand. The Cowboys, heading into this season, the report line for George Pickens. I think that when you look at everything and you see what he's eligible to do with a real quarterback now, because he haven't had that, and when we start to think about what he will and what he should be able to do, I think that those unorthodox pretty much catches of the hands that he able to do to high point the ball, we need that. Oh, yeah, we need that, and we're going to get that. And that's what he brings to the table. On top of that, Cowboy Nation, I want to let y'all know that with Pickens, AI, can you give me your thought tracks on him?
George Pickens has been one of the best wide receivers in plays of 30 yards or more over the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
His 0.02 receptions of 30 yards per route are the best among wide receivers.
The best.
While his 0.646 receptions of 30 or more yards per game are second best. And 17.8% of his receptions have gone for at least 30 yards, which is also second best. His big playability has made him inconsistent for fantasy purposes. He has finished as a top 36 fantasy wide receiver in less than half of his games during each of the last 3 seasons.
Okay, so that's good, AI. We can definitely utilize that. If I were to tell you to spit those things out for Jalen Tolbert, it'd probably be all silent, right? If I were to say, hey, can you give me some of that information on Jalen Brooks, Ryan Flournoy, Mingo? To a degree, we were leaning on before this season kicked off, Trayshawn Holden, right? Now we are in a situation that the Cowboys, we don't have to lean on those what ifs and maybes. Now we got a clear situation. You get what I'm saying? And that is for what it is.
Cowboys' new head coach, Brian Schottenheimer's offenses, have had more seasons below average than above average in points scored.
Okay.
And he has only had 4 seasons out of 14 where he's been above average in yards. The only time he was an offensive coordinator and was in the top 10 in passing yards was in 2023. But that was more Mike McCarthy's offense.
So which one is it? Is it a chicken or the egg, y'all? With a straight face, and everyone that's watching, and I really appreciate y'all during this off season. With a straight face. Oh, we got another super chat. Yeah. I know your mouth is tired, but get to talking. Get to talking, girl. What's going on now? You gonna have me to read this? Okay, I'll read it then. Good Lord. I guess I need to give her a raise. Eric, let me tell you this. I can see you wagging your hand, Sadiq. Since you are looking for attention, take your old ASS. Okay, that's why she didn't want to read it. You would not be, you would hold on, let me get her to say this though. Hold on, wait a minute. Boy, you better leave Mama Sadiq alone, boy. Shoot, she got that locked. Boy, y'all crazy. But Eric know he's the life of the party here. He ain't going nowhere, man. Shoot. Hey, Eric, I know you got Stockholm syndromes. Come on, man. I know you got Stockholm syndromes. You gonna stay here. You love to be with the abuser, because we gonna abuse you. Yeah. Yeah. But come on with it. So, I love this altogether, because at the end of the day, week 1, just like he's leaving right now, there's going to be a multitudes of Eagle fans, just going to be leaving too. Come on with it, So AI teacher, since the other AI don't want to say it, can you read what's in highlights over to the right of me? Come on, read that. Can you read that?
A message from Siddiqa Charles. Eric, let me tell you this. Since you are looking for attention, take your old ass elsewhere. You will not he missed. Go and fly away you. Bye.
All right, let's sing our triple platinum song. Let's sing our triple platinum song. It went triple platinum one year, and I think I think you can probably put some music to this, but not right now. Not right now. Cry, eagles, cry to the land of misery. Cry, eagles, cry. To the land of misery. Thank you. Yeah, that's going triple platinum, because can you imagine coming off of a Super Bowl? Don't you know how much Donkey Kong size of SHI, and you can put the T somewhere else, of stuff that I will be talking right now? If the Cowboys were if we were coming off of a Super Bowl, do you think that I would be having my time and my moments of space of reality in the Cowboys-centric show, right? A syndicate show with Cowboys. Come on. I cannot imagine me spending my time, but I got my guy, Eric Oldhead, right here with his Swedes, him and Montisha. Where's she at? Come on, Montisha. Come on. Look at Eric.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
That's my guy, Eric, boy. You better tell your Swedes, man. Hey, spell Eagles right. Come on with it. But neither here nor there. Let's get back to the subject matter at hand. The golden rule will be the fact that we're going to see a better Dak Prescott. I get it. He's been the guy that's been the problem of the Cowboys for the last 30 years, And the reason why the Cowboys are not successful is because of Dak Prescott. But let's flip it. Now we got Pickens and we got Lamb, and we're seeing that their synchronicities are there, if we can say that as a word. And we know for sure that the thing is, when we were in the postseason in 2021, in 2022, in 2023, the avoidance of all of this stuff came from run game. Granted, I get it. If you want to put the pain on Dak Prescott, I think that he would not run from it. He would not hide from it. And he would be the guy to say, yeah, it was on me. That's just the statements of a leader, right? So what I'm getting at is that this run game is the secrets to all of this. And if we can get into the postseason, which I'm saying that we will get there one way or another, that the Cowboys will be a whole lot better if we contribute to the balanced parts of it. But for sake of time, we got the tiers of this team, and we're going to pull it up. And shout out to ESPN. We will be using their model here. And what we're going to look at, and let me know if you guys can see the complete picture here. We have the whole grouping here. The starters. So far, they have Dak Prescott as your QB1, which I truly believe. Oh, my God. We got breaking news. We got breaking news. This mother sucker done signed with the Ravens. You. Oh, my God. All right, so he signed with the Ravens, and he's not going to be wearing or rocking the silver and blue. All right, so Jair Alexander is out of the picture, right? Now, we're going to get back to that depth chart, but he's one of the guys that I wanted the Cowboys to at least kick the can and say, all right, cool, let's see what we can get out of him. Now, let me pull up PFF, and let me pull up Ravens. Give me 1 second here, and let's see what they did last season as it relates to their overall defense. I didn't know that they were the number one offense in the league last year. So you mean to tell me that a team that already had top 5 or top 10 in offense and in defense, that they needed more and more help, more and more situations to improve their team? Yeah. So when people say to us, Dak can't do this, Dak is whack, didn't you guys know that since he's been playing in the National Football League, he never had these type of odds? You know, we didn't have this category. Yeah. We may have had this a couple of times, but we didn't have top 10 in both sides. Now, God dog, special teams is crazy, atrocious for them. But what I'm getting at is that how do two-time MVP holder Lamar Jackson, why do he need more and more weapons, more and more help? Why do he need more people to help them out? Why do they need help on defense, huh? You know? So I just need to know. That's a good sign for them, though, by the way. And let me look at their lineup, man. We don't play the Ravens, I believe, this year. But, you know, as you can see, their defense, Van Noy, Justin Madubuike, got Washington on the end, Humphreys. So and he got Wiggins over here. They got Hampton. He's really good. Starks, that Malachi. So they went and drafted him. So I'm quite sure that that's going to be a spot in the position that they're going to try to improve. Let me go look to their nickel formation. Ooh-wee. They're going to be good. Hey, is that a Cheeto Woozier? My brother, what he doing over there? I didn't know Cheeto Woozier went to the Ravens. Cheeto, good cornerback, man. I just hated that the system that would have flourished for him, he was gone. Like, Cheeto would have worked. He would have worked well in 2021 with us, but that's a whole nother conversation for the nation. But, you know, it is for what it is. So when we look at all of this, let me get back to what we were talking about. Ravens secondary is going to be clunked over for the next few years. You know what? Here's what I'm going to say ratio with the Ravens. I can't stand them too. I can't stand them damn Ravens. But, and that's for other reasonings, but what I'm going to say here with the Ravens, it might work with them bringing in a veteran like Jair Alexander. This may be his best season if he can stay healthy. because they're not going to be 1,000 depending on him. And they got weapons on the other side, so they're going to be top tier. And if you watch the moves of teams with top 10 defenses, they tend to go and say, hey, we're not finna play around with the youngins. We're going to go ahead and get somebody. Now, this do make our focal point a little bit more on Gilly and Ramsey. Here's the reason why. We freestyle every show here. So if we go back to our 4-3 base defense, right? And I'm looking here. I'm just looking at here and seeing who I can just move up out of here so that we can have a better starting lineup, right? And when we looking at Deron Bland on one side, and then we looking at Trevon Diggs, and they got this question mark right here, that's a real thing. We can sell tickets all day of talking about Kyer is going to be a good placement thing. But I just don't want to build my house on that. When I'm looking at this right here, this little question mark right here, question mark right here, question mark right here, coming off of these injuries, I don't, and even though he's a linebacker, I'm not trying to build my foundation on that. I'm not. If the Cowboys, just like the Chat GPT said just yesterday, defensive tackle, of course. I know people got reservations on Mozzie. But my biggest reservation, just being 1,000 with you guys, is that I need, N-E-E-D, I absolutely need a veteran defensive back somewhere in here. Somewhere in here. And we don't have one. We definitely don't have one. So that's all I'm going to say. And I'm not beating up. Shout out to Yepe. He says overhyped fraud boys. I get it, right? You know, I get it that we want to overhype this team or what have you. But at the end of the day, you can't beat them up at this point. Everybody starts at 0. And my main thing is, how can we get rid of Booth? And it's crazy that you got Booth behind CJ, and CJ can't cover nothing, man. God dog. He can't cover nothing. So what I'm getting at is that the Cowboys better, Better, get a veteran guy. And I want Gilly or Ramsey at this point. That will be a way whereas I can look back at this matchup when we are looking at in training camp in the next 4 or 5 weeks, that we can get some true evaluation out of CeeDee Lamb and Pickens and Tolbert. I know for sure, and I know y'all know for sure, that when you look at this and you contextualize everything, that these 3 guys are going to burn these 3 guys like toast. You know, and I love Bland, and we know that it's going to be Elam. Bland and Elam, this dude is going to be in pup. Carson's, he's an afterthought. He's going to burn those boys, right? And we're going to be like, damn, week 1 can't get here fast enough, right? And I don't want to live through that again. I don't want to live through that. Now, they are saying some high, and I'm talking about kangaroo high stuff on Elijah Clark, and we haven't had pads on yet. We haven't had real pads on yet. So that's why I'm looking at that to a degree like, hey, let me see it, you know. Let me see it next month. Can these guys continue? Okay, now they're giving me the details. We couldn't give them a 1-year deal, $6 million? Oh, okay, we could have. According to my guy Jordan Schultz, he states, all right, let me go back to it. Appreciate y'all. Refresh. Jair Alexander is signing a 1-year, $6 million deal. Ravens, per sources, he had better offers, but wanted to be in Baltimore. So I take back half of the things I said. We don't know. Maybe the Cowboys did offer him $8 million. I don't know. Maybe they offered him $7 million. They could have offered him $3 million in conditions. I don't know. So I'm not going to beat this up. He decided to go to the Ravens because he feels as if, though, they are contenders and not pretenders, basically. So, and we will see how that works its way out. Trevon was getting cooked like spam when he was playing. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, man. Y'all beating up Trevon. Now even Bland slowed down a step. Seabass. Look. Here's my thoughts on Bland. Bland get cooked. Everybody, mama, uncle, cousin talks about it. Bland recover from getting cooked and pick off the same player in the game. I seen him because the DB got to have short-term memory, right? Nobody whispers a word about it. People, they would go back. They would literally talk about how Bland got cooked against DK Metcalf. And DK Metcalf 6'3.5", 235, like a damn tight end with, Terrell Owens legs, right? But Bland in that same game covered a guy who's a better route runner, just a little smaller in size, Tyler Lockett, picks him off, and not even one word about it. Now, if we fast forward to Sauce Gardner, he get cooked. They just sweep it under the rug, and they say, that's Sauce Gardner, maybe the injury, or maybe this and that. So Sauce Gardner, he gets a pass, but DaRon Bland, he gets no mercy because of the differences of the team. If we had Sauce Gardner, granted, they will be talking about him in a negative light. But Sauce gets all type of passes there, So it's damn if you do, damn if you don't with DaRon Bland, because at the end of the day, he's getting hated because he plays for the Cowboys, and he got the silver and blue on the side of his helmet. If you pick DaRon Bland up, and that year when he had all of those pick sixes and all of this stuff, and put him on the Denver Broncos, lo and behold, he would have been Defensive Player of the Year, or he would have got some type of award or accolades because, and I'm not saying that Bland is better than Pat Surtain, but damn it, I've seen a team hung up 50 points on Pat Surtain. I've seen Pat Surtain being burnt, used, and abused. And he's my guy, Roll Tide, and all of this stuff. Not a single word mentioned about Pat Surtain and his inability to cover and all of this stuff. Now, he's great. He's a dog. I'm not taking away from Pat Surtain. I ain't trying to speak out both sides of my mouth. But let that been Bland. Boy, we wouldn't hear the end of it. That would be the plan. Boy, they'd be talking about Bland. But I get it. People, it's nothing like Cowboy fans ripping up and tearing down Bland because of our lack of playoff success. And we like to pour upon and spit upon our own, whereas other teams, they embrace their guys, right? Like, granted, true story, right? True story. Trevon Diggs rookie year, scary Terry, he got him, he got him, They still bring up that part, but they don't bring up the fact that when Trevon Diggs, he shut down Jamar Chase. He shut down, and when this is not me talking out of both sides of my mouth. He shut down Jefferson's for the damn Vikings, right? Terry, after that rookie year, he can't even get a yard off of Bland, but off of Diggs. But now all of a sudden, Diggs can't cover. He can't do this. I seen Diggs shut down Keenan Allen, right? I seen Diggs shut down DJ Moore. It's the quarterback, man. But I've seen one little lucky play against the Patriots. Diggs was in the wrong spot. Diggs can't cover. Yeah. It's crazy, man. But I get it, when things don't scared Terry Cloth, yeah. Strap Jetta twice and had us out here blaming it on the quarterback, right? But when the roles were reversed, when the roles reversed, like they don't use the quarterback as an excuse on our end. When we have Cooper or Rush out there trying to throw the ball, the Eagles will claim every win. Oh, we swept the Cowboys. No, we beat the Cowboys down. And I'm saying, okay, well, where y'all daddy was at that day, But, man, you can't get one Eagle fan to admit that Quinyon Mitchell got used and abused by Mingo, got used and abused by Jalen Tolbert, right? In the end zone, Jalen Tolbert pulled the ball from Allah's chin and got it down in his hand and came down with the touchdown. And I was like, yeah.
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Yeah. But Quintanillo Bay and all of this stuff. Well, what's his name? What they call him? Quintanillo Bay or Quinton Bay? Whatever. It's going to be Pelican Bay week 1. Yes, because now if he thought that Jalen Tolbert got one off on him, I'm quite sure it's going to be a merry-go-round. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be Lamb. Oh, it's going to be Pickens. And then Tober going to get him some. Yes, indeed. And Quintanamo Bay. Yeah, because all of this stuff, people be talking. But let us get out there and see us in the real physical form. Let it be known we troublesome. But if it don't smell right and things are not moving right, let me tell y'all what y'all need to do. Let's talk about control. And first and foremost, I'm talking about control body odor. And that's anywhere. And all you have to do is shop.mando and get $5 off of your starter pack. And that's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go. I use this body wash odor control, full body control with Mando. They have the product here. And they also have deodorant that you apply under the arm for 72 hours of odor control. You want to be in control. And speaking of control, they also have the product that you can apply all over the body, the invisible cream, and it also fights for 72 hours. Look, it's all about being in control. And with Mando, man, they control body odor anywhere. All you have to do is shop.mando, get $5 off your starter pack. That's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go and let's stay in control of your odor. I love it.
Let's go!
That's where the guts went. Just drop
them. That's when the guts went like just drop them, man. All right, so it's 12. I got a meeting at 1 o'clock. So what we're gonna do is I want to get y'all thoughts on everything. The golden rule is now we have more than one. We're not one-dimensional. One of the things that I asked for last season, and I didn't get it, I wanted us to do two things. Can we stop the run and can we run the ball? Now, upon popular beliefs, we still have reservations, just being real with y'all, on running the ball and stopping the run because we haven't seen it yet. So when the Cowboys, week 1, that's what my mind is geared to, week 1, right? But I want us to prepare ourselves to make sure that there's no free passes around here. There's no politics around here. We need to have if damn it, I'm telling y'all, if the Cowboys get out of their way, and I think competition is going to breed competition, it is going to make it right for us. But if Mingo is better than Tolbert, I need to see Mingo up there. I can go for Stretch Armstrong reach right now. If Mingo is having a better camp than Pickens, that's Stretch Armstrong law, right? Even if he's making crazy, like unbelievable, like, God, dog, what happened? Who's this Mingo guy, right? Who's 81? T.O. reincarnated, even though he's still alive, he's reincarnated in a uniform, right? With the Cowboys. then that lineup need to be Lamb, Mingo, and Pickens. You know, we need to get out of our ways of playing political football. And if we can make that happen, not just in the wide receiver, that's 9 times out of 10 not happening, though, by the way. But I'm just putting that out there. If Brevin Spann-Ford leaps above Schoonmaker, Fergie, then it need to be Brevin Spann-Ford experiences, right? And when we look at this run game, and if Javonte Williams is definitively, Texas are signing, boy, it's signing day or something? That boy been everywhere. He passed around, boy. All right, so Arnett, shout out to him, Ohio State, is signing with the Raiders. Okay, much ado about nothing. But if we looking at this thing, and Phil Maffa is your second best running back, I get it, Miles Sanders. I get it, Jadon Blue. It's going to be power with Javonte Williams and Phil Maffa. I need that. We need that in our lives. Yeah, Mingo is the great unknown, right? So what I'm getting at, Cowboy Nation, is that we shouldn't play any favors here. And if this is a situation that Kaiir Elam is outperforming all of the DBs, he just shining. He continued on with this pace. He got a breath of fresh air, rocking number 20 with the visor, looking dope out there. It's cool. The brother's cool. You know, when I look at his picture, I said, man, if he play like he look, you know, he going to be all right. You know, if he is there and he's doing all of that good stuff for the team and being out there picking people off and shutting the wide receivers down, and then they say, hey, well, we got to work in Trevon Diggs. As much as I praise Trevon Diggs, it's going to be that hey, I thought we don't Wally pip people. Well, hey, he's Wallied and he's pipped, you know, so it's just for what it is. We need to have those that's out there that can make impact to make an impact. None of this favoritism stuff. And that's just the bottom line. Unfortunately, that's how we're going to have to rock for the 2025 season. And that's just me putting it out there early so that you guys can understand it. And there could be matchups are matchups, right? Matchups are matchups. And there could be a situation and scenario that this week it is him, and then the next week it is that guy. So we got to play that game too. But according to whoever wins during this offseason, it need to be a real one, not none of this placebo stuff, this fake stuff that's going around. All right. So let me do this right quick, Cowboy Nation. If you're traveling on the road, heading to your destination, and someone T-bones you, right? Somebody run you off the road, and you got your cameras, you got all of the documentations, you got witness statements and all of this stuff. You need to pick up that phone and call our partners.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a
Let me-
30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic
And they understand
event,
the
to have our
cost.
experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first. Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
No doubt. That's 214 or 813, and all of the threes you can dial with your thumb, your fingers, your phalanges, or whatever's just left there. Give them a call. Give them a ring. I recommend during business hours. Now, if it's late in the wee hours, document everything that you can, right? Get all of the documentations so that when they do the recovery and they do the discovery and all of this stuff, that they will be able to get all of that information so that they can have a best way to fight for you. And they would take care of you, not advantages of you. Like those Tyler Perry parties. Oops, allegedly. Did I put allegedly in there? Yeah, I'm safe. Woo! They won't take advantages of you. But here's the thing. If you can't call that number, visit frankelfirm.com. Come on with it. DC for life, not for short. Y'all see it. Now, my line 657-390-7391. You know, yeah. Oh my gosh, man. I got my brother, man, from another mother, man, from the 910 UN, bro. What's good with you, man?
Hello, what's up? What's
Not
up?
much, man.
I be trying to call every day, and then I got to get off.
Oh my! Oh, you got to go? You got to roll?
Well, no, I'm saying you see me calling. When I be calling, you be like, too cool, don't call in. And I guess he want.
Man, it felt like I was dodging you a little bit. It did. For the last two times, it did felt like, damn, I got too cool. I know you got some good stuff for us, man. What you got for me, man?
Hey, yeah, man. So I just, man, this cornerback talk, man.
Yeah.
We gotta like kind of calm down and let it play out, man. Like we gotta look at it. Like at first it was just CD. Now you got Pickens in there, man. If Elam and Bland and Oxnard can hold them, that's two of the best receivers in the game right now on the same team. So they can possibly make those individuals better or a tad bit better, right? But then also, I'd rather go bring in a veteran.
Okay.
You know, I'm not bringing in a veteran that I know is going to come in and just take the starting position from Trevon Diggs. I don't think that's the Cowboys' intent, because when you look at what the Cowboys got right now, going out trading for Elam, a former first-round draft pick.
Right.
Then you got Revel. Then you got Bland. Then you got Diggs. You got 4 cornerbacks. I think a lot of people is getting caught up on the injuries versus like wait and seeing what we got right now.
But you know, the statement is better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it, though. You know, that's why I'm going with too cool. It's like my guy Toxic Tom in the chat saying, continue to add talent, because look at all of the contenders. Like, do the Ravens really need Jair Alexander, right? And we know the Niners about to make some moves. We know that the Eagles, they still on the phone. You know, they calling people right now, you know. So what I'm getting at is that, do you think, or so you are 1,000% comfortable with our secondary? Is this what you're getting at?
No. So no, I'm not saying I'm comfortable with it. I'm just saying that when it comes to talent, we got to allow talent to be grown too.
True.
So when you just bring in when you bring in Ramsey, you're telling me you're bringing this like a bona fide cornerback into the league in our league right now. You bring him on that team, you're telling me he's guaranteed to start. Ramsey is starting at one of those cornerback positions. Now, do you stunt the growth of Revel? Do you stunt the growth of Bland now?
Yeah. I'm stunning every growth possible, bro. You know, because here's the reason why. We've been voided of that for 30 years, 30 seasons, right? And what I'm trying to do is bring in someone that can elevate the room. I don't want these guys to get comfortable in their spots. I want them to be like, damn, if I miss practice today, shoot, that may be my last meal. Man, we got Jalen Ramsey in the building, man. We gonna have to really show up.
So do you sign Bland? So if Jalen Ramsey comes in, Trevon Diggs comes back, and then Elam is performing, do you sign Bland to a big contract, because he's in a contract year?
He's in a contract year
for him.
Boy, you what you are preaching, you got me on my toes just a little bit. Because, you know, I love my players. Like I say, these are my guys, right? Josh Butler, my guy, you know. But at the end of the day, even though Josh Butler is my guy, I got to sacrifices, a soul for a soul. You know, Thanos didn't want to throw his daughter down there, but he had to, because it's for the better, it's for the bigger cost, you know. So I'm looking at this like, I'm trying to get rid of Andre Booth. I'm not trying to keep him around to develop him when I can go get a Jalen Ramsey, or if I can bring in Gilly. You know, that's my angle.
So that's what I say. I say bring in Gilly, because I know Gilly it's a timeline with Gilly. It's a timestamp, man. Gilly old, so I'm bringing him in. He's working with the young DBs, and I don't really got to worry about him being around the next 4 or 5 years. Yeah. But at the same time, he can come in, he can produce, and he can also help develop.
Let me, and I know these are two way major differences here, right? Three things absolutely happened in the 90s with the Cowboys, right? One was being that they brought in Charles Haley. The Cowboys that year, they finished that year before Charles Haley in top 10 in defense. But Charles Haley was that elixir to really get them over the top, right? Whereas they have a voice in the room that they can listen to outside of coach, but knew what the hell he was talking about, right? That's on one end. The Cowboys had an opportunity to get Tim Brown, but Michael Irvin said, oh, hell no, this is my spotlight. I don't want to share it, right? So Michael Irvin vetoed Tim Brown, and he's from Dallas, right? So we couldn't get that matchup. Nowadays, it probably would have happened, but back in those days, it was Michael Irvin or nobody else, right? The guard dog that he is. And then they had to ask the Cowboys superstars, right, on that team in the 90s, hey, we finna bring in Prime. We don't know how we gonna make it happen, but we gonna make it happen. And they all agreed on it. You know why? Because they just lost in the postseason to Prime, right? And they were like, shoot, we want to win another one. And they brought in Prime. So what I'm getting at, those are three different circumstances, but those are three different things that were needed. Haley was needed, Tim Brown was needed, but Michael Irvin said, I'm going to step up my game so that you won't even have to mention Tim Brown because I'm that dog. I'm Himothy, right? And then that was a situation whereas they didn't get it and they went and got Deion. So it's like that. I want to bring in the most, and I want my room to be ultra competitive and compete.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But also too, right? Like everybody keeps saying, Trevon Diggs get burnt. Man, show me one cornerback in the league that has not been burnt. And the way that Trevon Diggs, because I play cornerback, the way Trevon Diggs plays cornerback is totally different than the way Patrick Surtain plays. Trevon Diggs is a receiver that transferred over to play on the defensive side of the ball, so he gambles a lot. He put his confidence in his hands versus backpedaling and all that. Like, he likes to gamble. He allowed the receiver to overrun him,
right,
to underplay the ball to try to get the interception. Trevon Diggs plays for turnovers and not deflections. That's Trevon Diggs' problem. He plays for turnovers versus deflections.
Yeah, I mean, he plays in phase. Ramsey plays out of phase. Bland plays a mixture of both of those boys. He play in phase and out. It's just depending on the size. Like when you're dealing with bigger target, like I kid you not, Bland is a dog when it's a smaller wide receiver. He's eating, but when it's a bigger wide receiver, they can get body with him. Sometimes he gambles a little too wrong and he overcompensate with his mindset of I can jump this route and he get bitten by it, right? But
that's when Bland on the outside.
That's Bland on the outside.
Bland playing outside. When Bland is in the nickel, man, you can make the argument that Bland's probably one of the top 5 nickel corners in the league when he has 2 outside cornerbacks and he's playing the nickel. Yeah. So how much confidence would you have if you got Kyrie and then Bland on the inside, and then you have the unknown on the outside, like a Booth or a Carson's or you see what I'm saying? That's why I say it makes too much sense to bring in. It's just a lot of sense to bring in Gilly or Ramsey. Either one. I'm not trying to grow nobody else. It creates the illusion too, though, right? So why did you waste a 3rd round draft pick on a cornerback? I got it. He injured. You don't want to just throw him in there. So why not go get one of those running backs? Why waste it on the cornerback? Because if you're telling me drafting him in the 3rd round and he slipped to the 3rd, you're telling me that he's coming in. He's going to.
Oh, you're talking about Shavon Revel?
Yes.
He's not ready, man. He's on paper. Yeah, on paper is a good situation for us. But when I listened to Nick Harris, he said, man, if we put all of this stuff correctly, then we will have a steal for 2026, not for 2025. But if you rush them out there, right, you know how you eat that fruit and it's not ripe yet? It's just too hard. It's not right. It's not soft yet. You know what I'm saying? So if you rush Shavon Revel out there and he's trying to prove a point instead of prove himself, it is going to be a situation that confidence, and you play DB, is the main source of DB playing. Is confidence. Confidence, bro.
Why draft him? You wasted another year on
because he hurt.
Saying he's gonna be ready for 2026. You could have got a running back.
I mean that's spilled milk. Now we can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. He's a recovery guy, right? That got high upsides. That they had a first or a second round grade on him. They got him in the third. So they looking at it like they can gamble. This is the Cowboys' philosophy. They can gamble with their draft picks and not get fired, right? They got that ability to sit on a pick for a year. No other team got that, and that's the only reason the Cowboys are in this situation, you know.
So you don't think he's going to play this year?
I think that he shouldn't play week 1. That's just my opinion. I don't think he should play week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. We shouldn't see that kid for the month of October, and one can argue for the month of September and October. We shouldn't even see him. But I appreciate you calling in, fam.
All right, you have a good one, Long.
No doubt, man. Good call from him. And I think Siobhan Revel, I mean, we were talking about Brandon Browner, right, from the Seattle Seahawks. Not saying that he's that big, but he's that massive of a size. And coming off of those injuries, can you cut on that leg? If he was a safety, maybe he can play in September or October. But by him being a corner, you got to sink hips, you got to stop, you got to redirect, you got to have recovery speed. You can get ate up, man, if you're not 100% healthy. And on top of that, I like the kid's skill set and what have you, but let's not be crazy to think that this brother, he played not for Alabama or Ohio State. I don't give a dog how many offers he played for. He played for a smaller school. What's the name of his school? And I'm not beating up his school, by the way. We've seen players go into the league from smaller schools, but his level of competition wasn't, dare I say, of the same. So we got to contextualize that too. And Siobhan Revel, I think the world of him, a good size, good kid on and off the field or what have you. But at the end of the day, look, ECU. So give him time. That's all I'm saying. Should give that brother some time. You know, we got from the 214. You're live, my guy, my brother Darius. You're live with the nation, man. Talk to me.
Can you hear me, Lo?
Well, I can hear you, bro.
I was calling to tell you, man. I'm 10 toes down with Brian Schottenheimer, and I'm already ready for if we go through, I guess, some adversity in the middle of the season. Maybe like a hard loss where, it's like gut wrenching. It hurts. I'm already prepared for it, man.
Yeah.
And I think the Shotty is prepared for it as well. I think he's the type of coach that can pull us out of that type of situation to where we taking hard L's or we facing adversity.
Right.
And overall, man, I really feel like we can get a Super Bowl out of Shotty because if you listen to him speak, he always talking about championship.
Okay.
Championship.
Okay.
Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Versus Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy used to talk about what he used to do.
Yeah.
I did this. I did this. Shotty is fully focused and honed in on winning the Super Bowl, and he's speaking my language, man. So I'm just.
So you higher on Shotty than I am. I still got him at a 6.5, you know. But
I think I am.
I love it. I love it, boy. This is shoot. Do you hear this, Gill amongst us? Do y'all hear this? You know. But I get it, man, because the last 5 years, bro, you've been calling in, and I get where your angle was with Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
And I think if I'm not mistaken, you was like Brian Daboll, right? You like Brian Daboll would be a better coach.
You remember that?
Man. Yeah. And then when your boy, because you like some Dan Quinn. You like some Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
And this point right here, I wouldn't have been mad at the Cowboys if they acted faster and if they were to say to themselves, we firing Mike McCarthy and we hiring Dan Quinn as our head coach. I wouldn't have been mad at them. I think that they would have been, I think everybody and most people would have understood it, right? But by it being that they allowed Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn to stay here, and it got to the point where Dan Quinn said, hey, it's on you, Mike. If you want me to, I can go. You know? Yeah, you remember that. So that was doomed to fail anyway. You know, it's kind of like, I mean, it's literally, you know, you got this lady, right? And you with her, but you knocking off her sweet. You knocking up your other squeeze is her best friend. You know, that's the one that you wanted to be with. And it's like, it's kind of crass for me to say that, but that's how the Cowboys handled the relationship between Dan Quinn and Mike McCarthy. And Dan Quinn knew, like, damn, the ownership and everybody flirting with me. They don't really want Mike McCarthy like that. But Mike, since you seen it, it's on you, dog. I can either stay or I can leave. Cause they want me. They really want me bad. They really disrespecting you right now. And Mike McCarthy said, "Nah, man, you can stay. Let's go show them something."
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened, man. And then Mike McCarthy met his demise, man. We got that bum up out of here, and man, we got my boy Shotty, man. We ready.
We're ready. We got Shotty now, bro.
It's gonna be a beautiful season, man.
It will be. Appreciate you, Darius, man. The word change is coming, boy. Yes, indeed. I got from the 215. Eric, this is you. I know this you, bro, because it's got your whole government name in there, man. Eric, what's good with you, man?
You already know, homie.
Yeah, man. Shoot, I'm ready to bomb on y'all week 1, but I know you pre-calling in already in June.
That's what you said to me today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, y'all are going to get blown out.
We're gonna get blown out. Yeah.
Out.
Yeah, Eric.
For real. I wish you could come, man.
Yeah.
I wish you could come. But y'all need help on the O line, the defensive line.
Okay.
Y'all need quarterback help.
Okay.
Y'all got problems.
So we need all of that, and y'all got all of that, right? Y'all don't have to worry about none of that stuff, right?
The only thing I got a problem with for us is Keely Ringo. See, I got a problem with a guy. See, if that was me, Cooper DeJean and Guantanamo Bay couldn't come here. They couldn't come here and start over me. They wouldn't be able to start over me. So that's my problem with Keely. And he's tight in the hips, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, shoot.
His footwork ain't right. I'm not a fan of Keely, but
well, right now I'm looking at the roster, and he's your starting DB. And Ringo, I can see it right now. He gonna be thinking Mingo, and then he gonna be like bingo, because it's gonna be a touchdown, because that's just what it is, man. Ringo is gonna get mixed up, man, and I can't wait to see it, bro. Yep.
I'd rather have one suspect guy than two. Y'all got two suspect guys.
What you mean?
Diggs ain't that. You know, we own him. And then
you got
Bland,
you speaking now you speaking from your bird chest, because at the end of the day, Guantanamo Bay, Cooper DeJean, and I get it. I seen what Cooper was able to do in the Super Bowl and beyond. But Cooper DeJean on C Dangerous Lamb inside that slot, that's a guaranteed 10, 15, 10, 15, 10, 15 every time, because his hips ain't that good too. And he's a good instinct player, but he ain't no guy that can cover CeeDee Lamb. And Guantanamo Bay with Pickens, oh my goodness, it's going to be killing that kid. Y'all better hope that your front can get to the quarterback quickly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what's going to happen. But Pickens can be stopped. He's not a good route runner. He catch that ball though, but he's not a good route runner.
Is Jalen Tolbert a good route runner?
No, he's not that good.
Did he score? Did he score a touchdown on Guantanamo Bay? Did he score a touchdown on Guantanamo Bay? Yeah. That's all we need to know. That's all we need to know. That's all we need to know. That's all we need to know, Stuart.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I want you to remember this. I'm not running away from any bird, beaks, feathers, or none of this stuff. Hey, you might as well get some tars because I'm going to tar and feather y'all week 1. It's just for what is going to happen. All of these other content creators and anybody else can be talking about my Cowboys and they can be giving y'all flowers. But I ain't scared. If it's a healthy match between the Cowboys and the Eagles, we winning. You can book it. I said it in June. This is the 18th of June, 2025. We win in that game if both teams healthy.
If y'all lose that game by blowout, that's going to define y'all.
You keep mentioning blowouts. Dak don't get blown out by the Eagles.
We talk about 2 touchdowns or better. I promise you.
2 touchdowns or better. Okay, all right. Yeah. I can't see. That's why I love this rivalry, and I can't wait to see it. Even my brother. I'm in a group chat with my brother. I'm locked up in that mug because my brother's a diehard Eagle fan. And he's waking up every morning skinning and grinning with his bird chest out talking about what the Eagles going to do week 1. And now I'm getting you on the phone over here talking about what the Eagles going to do. That's okay. So I'm going to be ready for them Eagle tears week 1. I'm ready for it.
I thought your brother was a San Francisco fan.
Man, I got so many brothers, man. I got one that's a San Fran fan, and then I got one that's an Eagle fan, and then I got one that pretty much he more in basketball, you know.
The one that's a San Fran fan, he's done. You don't even hear from him no more. When the last time did you dig him up? Can you dig him up?
Hey man, everybody don't heal like Wolverine, man. Everybody don't heal like Wolverine. But in closing, what else you have with me today, bro? You still hurt? You still hurt that you got to pay them fines though?
No, I don't got no problem with that.
Okay.
But
Well, you just send me $10. Send me $10 more then. You gotta send me 10 more.
I want to say I can't because she blocked me.
Man, she can send you. Y'all didn't block them. They just put you in timeout.
She blocked me. Sadiq with Charles and Angie.
Well, send me a cash app, $10 then, you know, and then I tell them don't block you. What'd you say?
If you got Zelle, I can Zelle.
Oh, you Zelle? Okay. Well, Zelle gonna give you all of my information, man. You trying to come over to Dallas? Put it like this.
I'm coming to that second game too. I'll be there. I'm gonna let you know when I'm there.
Yeah. I got a whole Eagle community down here. We'll make sure we'll put you up over there.
I want the girls to be there because they talk so much junk. The Cowboys gonna be all that.
You think Angie gonna run from you? You know?
They block me every time.
No, I'm talking about in the physical form. You know, let it be known. You think Angie gonna be running from you? Come on with it, bro.
But I want to say to you,
well, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I respect you and your work, man. You know what I mean? Much respect to you.
Yeah, man, and just create another account. Get in there, man, and keep supporting the nation, bro. Yeah.
Hard feelings or anything, man. I respect your work. I like your channel, and I want to say keep up the good work, man.
Yes, indeed. Don't you wish Eagles content creators had a channel like mine?
Oh, Lord Brunson, man.
Oh yeah. LB my guy. LB my guy. Yeah. Do you call in to them? Do you support them too?
Yeah, I be on that channel. I even be on the Super Friends.
Stop supporting them and then just support me, man. Just send it all. I'm just messing with you, man.
When the Super Friends coming back on?
I think we're gonna do one training camp here. We're gonna do one with training camp here, you know, and we're gonna talk about all of this good stuff, bro.
Okay.
But I know you got a little blue in your heart, though. I can hear it in your voice. I can tell you got a little blue in your heart. I can hear it in your voice, bro.
I don't want to be no Cowboys fan. 728 GT. I don't want to be no Cowboys fan.
Get out of them comments, man. Appreciate you, man. Let me hear you say it, bro. Let me hear you say it.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
To the land of Missouri. Fly, Eagles, fly. Boy, you good, Eric. Boy, I can't believe that brother good. Yes, indeed, that brother gets good, man. That's my guy, Eric, man. I got from the 206, you in the mix, MJ, man. You live on the nation, man. Talk to me, bro.
Well, what up, Lord? That is so funny. I love when them Eagle fans come on there. They be so delusional, man. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And he's thinking, and that's what I told my friends. I sit down with one of my friends, and we marked it. So we went back and watched the Eagle game, both games, and I showed him the first 2 quarters, and he came out there, and he said, "Marv, you was right. If that would have been Dak Prescott, we'd have had 20 points."
Yeah.
I said, "I told you."
I remember you got that. Yeah. I remember you pointed that out.
Fumble the ball.
Yeah.
Knew the arm, couldn't make the throws. People wide open all game, and we kept them in the game, and then that's when we start turning the ball over in the 3rd and 4th, and that's how they got. We got 9 turnovers in the second half against the Eagles with noodle arms, and it broke the morale of the defense because the defense was balling, was staying, you know what I'm saying, with all them injuries, and the Eagles, and we're going to give them their due, but they're going to be in the rule ranking because and he said we need an offensive line. This guy's a goofy.
Nah. The thing is with the Eagles, man, is that all right? They're a good team, and I'm not trying to dismiss that, but their matchup problems is you can run inside, right? Yeah. At Jordan, you can run. I don't know if you try to bounce it to the outside. They got speed. Their guys, that linebacker, Braun. What was his name? Damn, it's the tip of my tongue. Zach, I believe. Braun. Yeah.
And now they got the Alabama linebacker too.
Yeah, and then they got Ariz Ojawali. How you say that man's name. They did some good pieces of picking up those things. It's like it's hard to bounce it to the outside. But if you pull up tape, and if Rico was able to get over 100 yards running from the inside, and you know how porous our offensive line was, we were one-dimensional. We didn't have no wide receivers on the outside. So what I'm getting at is that our biggest challenge week 1 would be, you're not going to stop them. We know that. For the last 8 to 9 years, or last, 7 years, we played against Saquon Barkley. We never technically stopped him, even though he never technically won against us when he was with the Giants. Yeah. But we technically slowed him down. This is the thing. If you can slow down, if you slow down Saquon Barkley, force Hurts to throw the ball, it's a win-win for us.
Yeah. And then one of them games against the Eagles, they scored. Remember, he threw the pick 7. Look, Cowboys. He threw a pick 7. We was driving.
Right. I got 5 minutes before I got to get up out of here. 5 minutes. Keep going.
Cooper Rush threw the interception. They scored. Then we got the ball right back. Cooper Rush drove right back down the field and scored a touchdown. That shows you right there, guys. I'm going to tell y'all, man. I'm not worried about no Eagles. Because Dak Prescott can hit them up. He always scored with 20-some points a game. Yeah. And another thing we slipping on, I look at our deep tackles. 3 of our deep tackles is 340, 345, 335. Only person y'all keep talking about is Mozzie. And Mozzie might be okay with them young boys, because them young boys going to get in that camp, and they got a D-line coach. And the scheme they get to, instead of just staying there, they get the bull rush. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Here's my take on Mozzie, man, before I let you go, bro.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm the defensive coordinator and if I'm the D-line coach, I'm telling Mozzie, F it. Don't worry about sacking the quarterback. Don't worry about getting upfield. I just want you to punish that guy in front of you. You can.
That's all I want you to do.
All I want you to do for 60 reps, if you're going to be in this game, I want you to hit him. I want you to punch him. I just want you to just take that one person out of the game to a point where then they start slide protection. I want to use you as a decoy. Forget. I want Mozzie to look at everybody as his enemy. The Cowboy fans.
That's how you gotta play.
Yeah, I want him to play with that mindset. Like, everybody's your enemy. They don't like you. They say you trash. They sully. They denigrate you. Your own kind. I just want you to just say me against the world and just You just destroy the person in front of you every time. Don't even worry about getting to the quarterback. Destroy that person, and if the running back is in your spot, destroy him too. Right? That's all I want you to do.
Yeah. And one more thing, Law, before I leave. The DB, I don't mind them getting either one of the, Gilly or the DB from Miami, either one, because I don't want you to rush. I don't want that kid. I want that kid to come back in November or December, just like you said.
Yeah.
I don't want to rush him because he had a little setback because he's trying to rush it too fast. Don't do that.
No doubt, man.
And bring Gilly. But I think we're going to get Gilly. I think we're going to get Gilly. I got a funny feeling.
Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for calling in, bro.
Cowboys,
How about them, man? Peace.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Goodbye.
Thank y'all for y'all support, man. We got to run. Next time we'll have a little longer show for y'all. DC for life, not for short. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to the sounds of soft souls and hits and oldies brought to you by Law Nation Sports. Come on.